What's good, YouTube? It's Across the Faith and Prophecy, and I'm here to talk about the New York Football Giants. Oh boy, this team is. I don't even want to go into details. To be honest with you, um, I just don't want to go into details. I had a lot of respect for this team over the years. You know what I'm saying? I wear I wear their accessories proudly. You know what I'm saying? Um, but now it's just like I've been telling y'all since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like the New York Giants are the New York Giants. I don't know why every Sunday y'all come out here and y'all say, "Oh, we gonna beat this team," or "We gonna beat this team." You know, from the start all the way till now, y'all showed flashes of being, consistent. When y'all went on that little 3 game or 4 game winning streak, y'all beat the Seattle Seahawks, and and after that, y'all just been on a 3 game losing streak. You know, y'all lost to the Browns, y'all lost to the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, where do you go? Where do they go from here? Because everybody's saying, "Oh, Daniel Jones, he basically has a up and down season." You know what I'm saying? He didn't necessarily start the whole entire game. He didn't start the whole season because of Eli. You know what I'm saying? Eli was trying to finish his career above 500, and they kind of benched him. Well, they kind of benched him for Daniel Jones against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You know what I'm saying? And this is when Jameis Winston was still on that team. You know what I'm saying? Still the starting quarterback of that team. But now fast forward, like I would never put I'll never put Daniel Jones and Eli Manning in the same sentence. Not because of the 2 Super Bowls, just because of his production, his longevity, like he's never missed a start. Daniel Jones already missed 2 games because he's leading this team in rushing. If your quarterback is leading your team in rushing, that basically that tells me 2 things about your team. One, you don't know what you're doing, and 2, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing because that's your running back's job. Your running back job is to carry the load. If y'all don't know what carry the load means, look it up. Okay? Yes, Saquon Barkley is a phenomenal talent, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like he doesn't fit what the Giants are trying to do. You know? When he was healthy, when he won Rookie of the Year, the Giants wasn't really that bad. But they had an awful record. Their production may not have been trash, but their record was. And this is a winning league. And if you're not winning, they can care 2 shits about what player you have, And people want to complain about, oh, the Giants never get calls. They do not. The NFL. The one thing about the NFL is they do not reward bad teams good behavior. If your team is awful, you're not gonna get the calls that you so eloquently put it. Like they're not gonna say, okay, yeah, the Giants are 5-9. Let's just give them all the breaks in the world. No. If your team is bad, you're bad for a reason. And I don't think the Giants are going to get any better. This year, obviously, this year is a wash. And I said that, I'm gonna give this Giants 2 years. I'm gonna get this Giant on it. I'm gonna sign this Giants team on a 2 year lease. Just like how you would do on a house. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give this team 2 years to get the act together. If I don't see any type of turnaround, I'm done. I'm done. You know, like, I already sold all my Giants gear. I don't have no Giants gear no more. You know, I'm not a big jersey type of fan. You know, like if it's accessories like, wristbands, socks, chains, then I'll buy it. But, like I'm not gonna wear another person's name on me, unless I customize my own jersey, which obviously you can. You know what I'm saying? But I just wasn't really a big fan of jerseys. I really wasn't. Because they cost so damn much. Accessories is like $12, $15 here and there. Like I had like 5 New York Giants socks. That was like $10. Like it came in a big ass box. It was 5 packs of socks for like $10. You know, like I'll buy that, but buying a jersey, that's just too much. And then when your favorite player goes to a different team, you quickly burn that jersey. Like for what? Like you spent $90 or $89 just to burn your jersey. Like that don't make no damn sense. Like you just wasted all your money on a jersey just to burn it. Just because your team, just because your player, well, just because a certain player left that organization. Like come on, that's stupid. But anyways, man, I mean, listen, Dave Gettleman is the reason why the Giants are not moving forward. You know, I think that when the Giants did their GM research, I thought they was gonna bring in a fresh, young, new GM. Probably like an Eric Spoelstra type. You know what I'm saying, for the Miami Heat. You know what I'm saying, like a 37-year-old. You know what I'm saying, to complement Joe Judge. You know what I'm saying, because young minds think alike. You know what I'm saying. The saying, young minds think alike. Old heads are ignorant. You know what I'm saying. And Dave Gettleman is ignorant. He really is. You could question, the players that he brought in, but he did not do enough, in my opinion. Because when you're GM, you have to do a lot to gain a little, or you have to do a little to gain a lot. Like, okay, they traded JPP. JPP was the last remaining member of that, NYPD defense that led the Giants to their first playoff berth since 2011. You know what I'm saying? Or 7 if you want to go back further. They traded him because one, he didn't fit what they was trying to do, which I understand. You know what I'm saying? Going from a 4-3 to a 3-4 is different. So they got that one wrong, because I think the Giants should just stay with the 4-3. That was their bread and butter. That's how they were able to win those 2 Super Bowls. Plus, just winning games on top of that. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, a lot of people might crash. A lot of people bash Ben McAdoo, but Ben McAdoo did not do a pretty good job. He didn't do, like if you see Eli Manning's body of work with Ben McAdoo, it was different. He got the ball out of his hands quicker. He was completing, 70% of his passes. He threw for 4,000 yards. 35 touchdowns, 15 picks. Like his interceptions dipped down a lot, under Ben McAdoo. Because Kevin Gilbride's system was strictly down the field. You know what I'm saying? And that's how Eli Manning was getting picked off left from right. You know what I'm saying? Because when you basically tell your receivers, okay, all your routes is just basically down the field, vertical routes. Like that's how, like starting back from Madden 25, like that's how all his picks got. You know, and then a lot of people want to bash, oh, Eli Manning sucked, Eli Manning this. Now that he's retired, y'all miss him. You see how y'all brain works? First, y'all was bashing the dude, and now y'all miss him because he's not playing no more. So if he came out of retirement and then played awful, y'all still crash on him. Y'all still bash on him and do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? Me, I never had one bad thing to say about Eli. Eli was a profession. Eli, I think he could have won at least 3 more Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? You know, he got stuff on all of them. You know what I'm saying? Going back from '08, I think they should have repeated. They could have repeated if Plaxico didn't shoot himself. 2009, they went 5-0, but you know, struggled and collapsed in the middle of the season. Went 8-8. 2010, they went 10-6, but missed the playoffs because they basically had a crappy division record. You know what I'm saying? 2011, obviously, you know, they won the Super Bowl. 2012, they went 6-10, I believe, and missed the playoffs. And then after that, it just went haywire from there, you know. 13, 14, 15, 16, they made the playoffs, but didn't get far because of Odell Beckham Jr.'s miscues, or if y'all want to defend him still saying that, oh, it was cold and it was his first playoff game. So was Plaxico Burress' first playoff game. And Plaxico Burress showed out, you know. Plaxico Burress wasn't this big diva of a wide receiver. He just came in there and did his job. They didn't utilize him well in Pittsburgh, so I guess the Giants or Tom Coughlin saw a lot of potential in him, paired him up with Toomer, and Eli Manning had the best 2 receivers that he can actually ask for. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, after that, you know, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, here we are right now. So the Giants, you know, like, I just think that the Giants are not there no more. You know, I think the way that we viewed the New York Giants over the years as this tough, nose, hard-mouthed football team, you know what I'm saying, who plays best when they're on the road. You know, they never play well at home. You know, that's why their nickname was always the Road Warriors. You know what I'm saying? You know, because they always play well on the road for some reason. You know what I'm saying? I guess they like the pressure and the hostility, whatever have you. They never want to play well at home. So every time they're in the road, every time they're at home, expect them to lose 60% of the time. Okay? And they need to retire those New York Giants helmets, to be honest with you, because they've been nothing but bad luck. Every single time they wear those throwback jerseys, they have bad luck winning. They probably 0-9 wearing those jerseys. They have not won a single game wearing those throwback New York Giants jerseys. That just says the Giants on the top. Which, I'm not going to lie, those are dope jerseys, you know what I'm saying? Dope helmets. But they haven't won with them, you know? But, you know, Daniel Jones is not the answer going forward. You know, like I said in my other video, if y'all want to go check out my other YouTube channel, Nick's Hope Savior. I talked about possibly Carson Wentz. You know, maybe Carson Wentz probably fits what we're doing. You know, like he's not going to be able to run as much, but he could beat you with his arm because he has a big time arm. You know what I'm saying? Like, not a lot of people think about that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Carson Wentz is underutilized in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Because the way Philly runs their offense is different from what Carson Wentz wants to run his offense. You know, like he's never, like when Carson Wentz got there, he never got it going. You know, Like, he got it going his rookie year, but after that, it was just a no-show. You know what I'm saying? And he's only 26 or 27 years old, so I just think that it would be best for Carson Wentz to go to the Giants. I think with the Giants, Carson Wentz going to the Giants, I think it would have been a huge move for him. Maybe he's like that Eli Manning type, like he just likes pressure, like he likes the limelight. He likes to, like when the tough gets going, he likes to, say, what, I'm going to carry this team on my back and make all the throws, Maybe Daniel Jones is not what we want, but like I said, man, as long as we have Dave Gettleman, we're not going anywhere. Because he's going to undermine Joe Judge's decision making. Joe Judge might think, well, maybe we should draft him. Maybe Joe Judge didn't want a left tackle. Like what if Joe Judge wanted a pass rusher or a tall quarterback or a tall receiver that he liked? Because the GM is always going to the GM is always going to dethrone the head coach because the GM has more power. It's the owner, obviously, the GM, and the head coach. Why do you always think that the head coach is always in the bottom and never on the top or in the middle? It's the owner, the GM, and then the head coach. So the GM has more power than the head coach does. So whatever the GM thinks, yeah, the GM, the head coach might say, well, maybe if we go to this direction, we'll have more. No, we want, this player. I'm not saying that the dude out of Georgia, I forgot his name. I'm not saying that he's bad. He had his ups and downs, but, he played very well against the, Seahawks. After that, he has just been up and down, up and down, up and down. So, like, what if we drafted Mike Evans instead of Odell Beckham Jr.? Like Mike Evans is still on that team till this day. Beckham got drafted in what, 2014? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So he's basically played 8 years or 7 years with us. While Mike Evans is still on his team. Mike Evans got drafted the same year as Odell. Goes to show you. We took production over quality, Like we saw how fast and all this thing that Odell Beckham Jr. was, but we did not go deep inside what really happened. He's injury prone. He can't stay healthy. He's just like Porzingis. He can't stay healthy, what can I say, man? What can I say? So, like I said, man, I'm going to give this Giants team 2 more years. I'm not going to watch no football next year. But I will watch the Super Bowl, though, because I always bet money on the Super Bowl. So, even though I lost like 400 last year, not last year, but yeah, if you want to call it last year, I lost 400 last year because the Chiefs won. So you gain money to lose money. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But like whoever reaches the Super Bowl, I'm always gonna take the NFC. Because I think the NFC, obviously is always better, is a better conference, but, sometimes the AFC always, gets the better hand. But, it is what it is. But yeah, man, I'm just going to give this team 2 more years to see where they at. And if I still see the same production, still see the same, still see the same progress, I'm done. I'm just gonna stick my Knicks, until the wheels fall off, because I can't support a team that don't want to support itself, This team went from, the top franchise You know, like when you think about the top four franchises in the NFL, the New York Giants always come to mind. You know what I'm saying? On the Forbes list, like they rank like what, fourth in franchise. You know, I think it's the Cowboys, the Lakers, the Knicks, and then obviously the Giants might probably come fourth. You know, but I mean, right now this team is I mean, for crying out loud, even the Jets are playing better now than the Giants are, and that's pathetic. You know, you got three teams in the National Football Team that represents New York. Well, actually two. No, actually one, because you know, obviously the Giants and the Jets share a stadium, and they play in New Jersey. I don't know why a lot of people think that they represent New York while they play in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? They should be. I've been saying they should have been called the New Jersey Giants. Because why would you have the NY on their helmets if they're playing in New Jersey? That doesn't make any sense, you know? Because New Jersey and New York are two totally different, you know, places. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it wouldn't seem like to y'all. It may sound trash. Like, why would you call them the New Jersey Giants? Because their stadium is located in East Rutherford, New Jersey, and not New York. The only teams that play in New York is the Yankees in the Bronx, the Knicks in Manhattan, the Nets in the Nets, the Mets, the Rangers, the Islanders. Who else? And the Buffalo Bills. That's it. The Jets and the Giants play in New Jersey, so how can they be representing New York if they, you know what I'm saying? So that doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, like I said, man, like I don't know why y'all Giants fans come out every single Sunday and expect them to win. Now, you know, obviously you don't want your team to lose. You know what I'm saying? You always want to root for your team to win, which is fine, you know? Like I thought that they was gonna beat the Cowboys, but how well the Cowboys has been playing, I don't even think they're gonna beat them. You know? Cause the Cowboys was a little bit of a flux, you know, but after that, after Ezekiel Elliott went out, it started to play a little bit better. He came back in the lineup, they still won. So, the Redskins had a chance to win the division, but they choked. Well, I'm not going to say choked, but they lost. They lost to a Panthers team that's already eliminated from playoff contention. So, I mean, now it looks like, okay, the Washington team is out. Whoever they got at quarterback, it doesn't really matter at this point. It boils down to the Eagles and Cowboys, in my opinion. I think the Cowboys are going to win this division. I know I said I was keeping saying the Eagles. I know I was keeping saying the Redskins on the Washington team because I had faith in their defense. Their defense is still legit. They just need a damn quarterback. If they can have like one of those quarterbacks in the draft, then they'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? They have the weapons, they have the defense. They just need a quarterback. They're just a quarterback away from taking over this division. Because the Giants don't have a great defense. The Cowboys don't have a great defense. The Eagles surely don't have a great defense. The only team in that division that have a great defense is the Redskins. And they just lack one position, and that's the quarterback. Okay? But, the Giants are going to miss the playoffs. They're probably going to pick 9th or 10th. Whatever, whatever the other tems. I mean, I don't know what the scenario is. Like if the Giants were to beat the Cowboys, I don't know. I mean, I guess they would need help for several teams to win or lose. So we already did, I remember back in 2010, we went 10-6, right? We went 10-6, and we needed the Chicago Bears to beat the Packers. I forgot. I forgot what team beat the Vikings, but it was one team that beat the Vikings, and then all we needed was the Bears to beat the Packers on Sunday Night Football. But obviously that didn't happen because Jay Cutler was Jay Cutler that game, and he stunk it up. And then obviously we missed the playoffs, So that's why they say handle your business, you know. Don't let teams dictate your season. Win the games that you gotta win. Oh man, this is getting dark. Win the games that you gotta win, and take it from there. Because if you let other teams dictate your division, or if you let other teams dictate your season, you're not gonna go far. You're not gonna go far. And this is what the Giants are in right now. So even if the Giants win, obviously they have to win. But if they win, they're going to need help to get in. Because obviously they still owe the tiebreaker to the Redskins. But, they're going to lose. They're going to lose. They're going to lose because it was, I mean, they should have just shut down Daniel Jones. Okay, Daniel Jones had an injury. Okay, fine. You subbed him in for Colt McCoy. You took out Colt McCoy and you put in Daniel Jones. And that sucked the life out of Colt McCoy's performance. I don't care what anybody says. That's a blow. That's a blow that nobody can come back from. Like when you gain confidence, okay, the coach trusts me to go out there and beat this high powered Seahawks team. Okay, boom, they did that. And then the next game, you pull them out, just put Daniel Jones in. And then obviously Daniel Jones wasn't really 100% against the Cardinals. Okay? You put him in there again. You take him out, you put him in there. You take him out, you put him in there. Like, you could have just shut him down. You could have just put him in IR and let Colt McCoy ride the wave. With only like what? It was like 4 games left. Who knows where the Giants could have been if Colt McCoy would have finished those 3 games. But I mean that's why I say when. That's when I say when shit like that just doesn't add up, man. Like, you killed the whole man's confidence. You killed the whole man's confidence by taking him out. First you put him in, and then you took him out just because you wanted to, gain some, notoriety, because you knew that you was losing, and you felt like, Daniel Jones might give you the best. You felt like Daniel Jones might give you the best, chance of winning. You put him in, he didn't. You put him in, he didn't. So that's just stupidity, man. Like, if you're gonna shut down the quarterback, shut him down completely. Like, don't take him out for one game and then put him back in for the next game because you felt like, he would give you the best chance of winning. Like didn't Colt McCoy just, gave you the better chance of winning? Now I'm not saying that Colt McCoy was the future, but, at least Colt McCoy did enough to win you a lot of games. Well, that game, But, it is what it is, This is why the Giants are in the position where they are right now. And they're not going to get any better. They're not going to get any better because they got They're not going to get any better because they got fucking GM. They got freaking Ben, not Ben, but they got, I just forgot that dude's name. They got, They got David Dave Gettleman, whatever his name is. So, you know, it is what it is. You know. But like I said, I'm gonna give them 2 years. Um, I'm gonna give them 2 years, and we'll see where they take it from there. If I still see the same production, then I'm just going to quit altogether. All right, like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, take care of yourself and each other.